Coming up today on Suncoast View, a scary situation at a Sarasota high school when a student shows up with a gun. We'll talk about what the other kids did to make everything turn out okay.
When are kids too old to trick or treat? And when your Halloween costumes end up looking silly because you tried too hard to be sexy.
And we love bangles and beads, and today we get creative and make some of our own jewelry styles. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Sheba Mateo, a Suncoast author and good friend of ours. Happy to have you back.
Thank you for having me, ladies.
We have
being a lady, so I have to.
Yeah, I'm trying today.
her book, The 10 Secrets of Being a Lady. But you know what I like about Sheba is sometimes you can get a look down there and there's a little non-ladylike action going on in the brain.
A
And
lot.
that's good.
That's why it's constant work for all of us.
It doesn't come out. She keeps it in, though.
And that's part of the key. In fact, I'm going through that with my teenage daughter now, is that, you know what, girl, I appreciate the snarky humor more than anybody. Know your audience.
Time and a place.
There's
That's
a time
right.
and a place.
That's
Know
right.
your audience.
That's right.
And my mother would tell you I've missed that lesson in life. So
And here you are trying to impart it on someone else.
you know what? It all comes back to bite you in the butt, Beth. That is what you learn by having children. Linda, am I correct?
You do.
Yes.
They're just like you, and you see that in your
You do. And then you think, oh no. And you know, with my son, I've learned that's my attituded mouth plus testosterone. Yeah. Not so
not
good.
a good combination.
No, not so
Not
good
a
at
good
all. So you
combination.
just wait. It's coming. It's coming. All right, well, we're going to start with the treat because we are glad to have survived the week and we're kind of getting in the Halloween spirit. Have you seen these guys? They are cookies and scream M&Ms, and they are out just for Halloween, and you can only get them at Target. They have black and white speckled shells and then a mix of milk chocolate and white chocolate. Oh, dark chocolate in there too.
Who
A little
wants to
bit
go
of
at-
everything.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go
Doesn't
first.
sound scary.
No, it's, well, yeah, it's spooky looking. All right.
I'm lactose intolerant.
All right.
She's like, yeah, no.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Lactose intolerant girl on the end doesn't want
I
any.
can't.
I don't think I believe her, though.
This is so good.
Really?
Yeah.
It's an appropriate
Are you
thing.
making that up?
You can have mine. They're all right.
I'm taking them to my grandkids.
As a
like 'em?
warning, I don't, but as a warning, Karen told us before they were horrible.
Oh,
So
and
that's-
I've heard they make your teeth black, so you probably want to check out that.
Great.
Well, why would you
you
make
like
us eat this on television?
You do? Okay.
I do like them.
I'd say they're okay. Linda gives it a thumbs up. I give it an eh.
White chocolate, dark chocolate. What difference? You know, it just tastes really good.
It does sort of taste like the sandwich cookie that it's named after. I will agree with that. So it's all right.
Oh, I missed it.
Eh, all right.
she's like,
You know what, though? It just gets you in the spirit for all the candy we're going to be eating in the next week, and we're fine with that. But you know what? I need some hearty food first, and we can get that accomplished today with Chef Mike from Oak and Stone. I'm liking what I see in front of you, Mike.
Yeah, it's
Tell
pretty
us
good.
what we're making today.
We'll be making St. Louis ribs with a stout barbecue sauce.
Oh, and that's appropriate because, of course, you can just tap your wall of beer
Absolutely.
to choose which stout we should be putting on the ribs.
I like this.
So I like the idea. All right,
too.
well, we'll get the secrets of the sauce coming up. I will say, after yesterday, I'm glad we're not having calamari. Because, in case you missed it, yesterday we got face-to-face with raw squid. And everyone else's faces was actually the highlight. Jeffrey Kinn is not a hearty guy. He was struggling. Struggling, definitely. I thought it was all a little gross when the insides
we were
came out.
enjoying it, weren't we, both?
Linda, you were
That's
the only
quite
one that liked this.
It was
Give
quite
me a pair of
interesting.
scissors and a squid, and I'm happy.
Tell her to cut something open? Yeah, she was doing
And
it.
to me, it wasn't the cutting it open that was so alarming, because, I mean, we've all dissected before. It was that when you pushed and prodded and the stomach goo came out.
No, what got me is when she pulled that spine thing out.
That is its beak.
And I was just like, what is happening?
I'm glad I missed that.
So you got to come on crafting day. Yesterday we had cutting things open day.
Okay, great.
So you did pick a better day if that wasn't your thing. But
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. You can see this segment online. In fact, all of our segments now are available for viewing online. And this is one I think you want to check out, actually, because I don't know about you, but I didn't know there were that many ooey gooey and
It was
spiny
very
things in a squid.
educational.
It was.
Give them a
learned a
warning.
lot.
Maybe graphic content.
Yeah, Joey put a warning on that one, graphic content. And the other
Or watch
thing,
it with your sons.
Yes.
absolutely.
They'll love it.
And it is actually all part of a big spooky event that you can participate at Moat Aquarium. So So if you are
that's
looking
great.
for the creepy creatures under the sea, Moat has some great programs.
That's wonderful.
And we did learn a lot, and that is actually coming up, that Moat program, tonight on Friday night, so you'll want to check that out. It is time for our first hot topic, and Sarasota's Riverview High School is hoping for a much calmer day today after a student was arrested for having a weapon at school on Thursday. So it reportedly started on the school bus, as many things do. A student was showing off a gun to the other kids. Well, students reported this, and the school was put on a lockdown until the student was apprehended later in the morning. Initially, classroom doors were locked, lights were turned off, and the students were told to sit with their backs in the middle away from the windows until campus was secured. Scary situation, but a couple of things I want to talk about. I love that the kids were vocal, like,
right.
hey, this is a problem, this is scary, this is going on here. But I don't know if I like the kids under the desks and in the middle of the classroom response. When did we know if there was an imminent threat?
Well, I think
they
that's
don't-
that's the problem, because you don't know, and because of the way things have happened in the past,
Yes.
you have to take all the necessary precautions. And I think
great.
that's the downside, because now people are overreacting to situations. Kids tend to be kids. They see something, they want to show something off. Not saying that this is a right behavior, but they're children that aren't making good choices. He probably saw the gun, took it to school because he wanted to show off, and now because of the sign of the times, there's this huge chain reaction. Where
Although,
back in the
I will
90s
say this, he's a
There's-
convicted felon,
yeah,
so he's
yeah,
got
there-
major
Well,
problems.
I would
Yeah.
say even if he
And it's-
weren't, you hate to tell on somebody, but you could save him tremendous trouble. If he'd walked into the school with that gun, then he would have been just besieged with police
I
officers.
was proud of the
Right.
kids.
I was very happy that they were able to communicate. You know, that everyone was able to say, okay, this person has a gun. Let's make sure, you know, even using social media, telling their moms, telling their, you know, dads, texting. Without that, I mean, we're lucky that it didn't escalate to anything else. And like you said, Bobeth, I mean, he might have not seen the implications as much, but anything could have happened.
Yeah, and it's a sign of the
and they-
times.
It is.
You can't
No.
wait for the incident to happen and then react.
No.
Well,
can't.
in my day, you couldn't carry guns to school either. we don't dare take a chance today. We
No,
don't dare.
no, no,
And
no.
you are helping the person with the gun, because it's not going to turn out well for them if you don't stop it as soon as you can.
Yep.
Now, other kids will be afraid to take a gun to school.
Yeah, one would hope so.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, one would hope so. I
You
don't
would
know.
hope that they would realize you cannot do this.
But the interesting is, my father was military, and we grew up around guns all the time. But the thought of ever touching it or going near it, or, you know, again, they were locked and safe.
But
and
you
they
were
fine.
educated. But
Yes,
your
absolutely.
family
And
And
told
I'm
you.
not sure educated is enough.
No, I think some kids that's how kids get shot. A lot of them get shot because their parents leave guns around.
Yes.
Last year, there was a kid that accidentally shot himself and his friend because his family member left a gun around. So it isn't that, you know, these are bad people. Sometimes they are, but the reality is kids just are kids and they're curious.
Yes. That's how they learn, they experience. So it's up to the adults to keep them out of their hands.
Well, and
And
Riverview definitely
communication.
responded at a high level
Yes.
right off the bat and taking no chances.
And the
so.
kids telling one another. So.
I know
Yeah.
if I had a kid at that school, I would have appreciated the response. I think,
Yes,
yeah.
me too.
to keep
So-
everyone
Yes.
safe.
That's right.
So.
My little grandson's in that school system, and I was thinking, get those kids on the floor, get those kids on the floor.
Well, it is a sad sign of the times, but fortunately this one had a very good ending.
Yes.
Well, many people post intimate details of their personal lives daily on social media, but in Hollywood, we're now seeing some taking the opposite approach. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis purposely do not post pics of their kids online. They feel like having their kids' life put out there is a personal choice, and it's not a parent's choice to give the kids privacy away. It is said in the future, privacy will be the new celebrity. What do you think about this? Couple of parents, grandparents. I know, Linda, one of your children does not believe in posting children's pictures.
My son will not allow me to post pictures of his children online. And when I thought, well, he doesn't go on Facebook anyway, he found out that I did it. So he feels it's not safe.
Right.
And he's in that business.
And
So-
as your kids get older, I get in very big trouble if anything gets
Yeah.
posted without approval. And I understand
Yes.
why, because she is protecting her image
That's
just as
right.
I would protect mine.
That's right.
How do you
and
deal
it's
with
funny,
it?
I'm going through that right now with my 7-year-old. We were looking at pictures, and I do post, and I go through phases. and she was uncomfortable with it. She said, Mommy, when I went, wherever she went, so-and-so knew that she had been to a place that,
because her mom had seen it and
because her
told
mom
her.
had seen it on Facebook.
Oh,
She
and
was
if you go
like,
to a party,
Mommy,
the other people weren't invited to.
That's right. Well, that's a whole nother issue.
That's a big
whole
issue
nother
too, by
issue.
the way.
So
yes.
I often, I kind of go through Facebook hiatus. Sometimes I post, sometimes I don't. But I'm definitely leaning more toward not. And more privacy, in all honesty.
And it's certainly on your kids' behalf. I mean, I definitely was guilty of not thinking about the fact that they have their own thoughts and lives, and just because I think it's amazing that you are sweaty and
so
disgusting
cute,
and you scored a goal and I love you so much, they're like, oh, really, Mom?
The world should see how amazing you are.
Yeah, they don't necessarily think
I'm
like
still
that.
posting the 2 grandkids I can post.
You can get away with it. Grandparents can get away with anything. So Southwest Airlines just completed its first unmanned flight. Literally, the plane was run solely by women. Oh no, you'd like this. From the captain to the co-pilot to the entire crew of flight attendants, they flew the new 737 from St. Louis to San Francisco, much to the delight of the passengers. This made me realize I hope more girls want to be pilots, because we do not hear a ton about that anymore.
Yes.
The first ever?
That's
everybody.
Everybody, from the captain
But still,
to the,
I feel like this should have happened before.
I
mean,
don't
we're in
think, but
2017.
okay. Common.
Yeah,
I am the mother of 2 girls and 2 boys. I don't want my boys eliminated. I don't want everything to go all girls. I want my boys to have, I want them all to have an equal chance. The one that's the best pilot should get that job. Shouldn't matter what sex you are.
Yes, but it is
agree.
nice. I agree, but in terms of, I think what Stephanie's saying is, it is nice for us to hear more women being empowered to have positions of such authority and respect in their industry.
And the science and training required to get there.
There are just certain positions or certain jobs that you tend not to see women go into.
That's right.
And pilot is one of them.
That is one
That's
of them.
right.
So to see that and to see more women doing it, I think that's good. It's not saying that they're going to only choose women versus men. They're just saying
I would be
more
fine with
women
men.
are getting involved, so you're seeing them, they're becoming more visible.
And it may be lifestyle oriented too. I mean, we all know pilots spend most of their lives gone, especially if you're working for a commercial airline.
But stewardess tend to be a lot more women stewardess.
Good point.
But so they're gone too. Someone has to do the other part.
Good point. So just something fun. And I agree with Bo Beth. I was surprised that this is the first time there's ever been an entire crew from top through service attendants down to women. So good for them. Glad to see it. So how old is too old to go trick-or-treating? You know we're all going to be asking this in the next couple weeks. The debate has gone on for decades. Researchers say parents seem to be happy now to encourage their children, even teens, to put on a costume and hang out, just to kind of hang on to that inherent innocence of trick-or-treating. Maybe because trick-or-treating is a better option than other Halloween pranks, and maybe because it's a rare sense of community in today's world. Do you think communities should set maxes for trick-or-treat ages?
I don't know. I think this is really culturally different, because I didn't grow up going trick-or-treating.
Okay.
But then when I got to college, I started trick-or-treating.
In college?
Yeah. So you put on your costumes, you go to Halloween parties.
I think that's
and
fun.
it's, so
That's not trick-or-treating to me, though. Did you ring doorbells and say, can I have some candy?
yeah. Went and knocked the door.
Exactly.
Okay. But the thing is, growing up, it wasn't something we did.
Right.
So I think it's more cultural. It's just a little culturally different.
Oh, yeah. Well, we loved it. I did it growing up, and that was a long time ago. But I love to have trick-or-treaters.
Even
in my
teenagers.
neighborhood.
If a teenager
I
rings your
love
bell.
it. The only
Okay.
people I get are teenagers, because that's the people that live in my community, and they are so funny. And yeah, they love the candy. They're just great.
I deliberately turn off my lights.
Yeah.
Oh, you're no
don't come to my
fun.
You know what?
house.
I didn't grow up trick-or-treating either. I had to
Really?
stop at 9. My mom she said, no way, you're the one that's going to be handing out, the candy. And it was tough because we lived in a very tight-knit community, but at the same time, I too, I'm not a big trick-or-treater. I prefer a Halloween party with my family. I know who's there. I know what's going on. I know where the candy or whatever the case may be is coming from. But yeah, I prefer something more intimate.
And I don't mind teenagers ringing the doorbell as long as they're in costume, they're respectful,
Yes. Oh,
they're
absolutely.
acting as we would want a trick-or-treater to be.
Yeah, they're just trick-or-treaters.
It
I
remains a
love that.
debate who should be doing it. Well, what should we dress up as? Halloween costumes have become very adult. There is a sexy for everything. Sexy nurse, sexy ref, sexy superhero. What about a sexy fish? Oh yes, it exists in several variations. Sexy goldfish. So Twitter is not a fan. This has been blown up on every social media site. Twitter readers pointing out that every costume does not have
ridiculous.
to be sexy, and someone has even called this the world's worst costume.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That is pretty bad.
If I try to dress up sexy, it is going to be scary.
You know, we've spent a lot of time in the past couple of weeks talk about women and objectification and how we are viewed and treated. Since when did every Halloween costume have to make you look like an SLUT?
And we're the ones choosing that. We're the ones choosing that.
Do you like how I spelled
choose
it?
that.
But it's funny because when it came to me, I was like, wait, what did she just do?
Yeah, that's my parenting thing. I spell it. If you can't spell it, you don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But seriously, though, when did that happen?
I know.
I don't know. I feel like, you know, because you always think something is scary. Halloween is supposed to be scary, more
Right.
gory, and then it's just that transition. Now everyone wants to be sexy, and even the costumes that I have picked, you know, in the past, they've come out sexy. You don't want to look.
Yeah, well, it's your inner self. You don't express this every day.
What if
This
I
is-
don't have it?
That's what I'm saying. I'm
whatever
be
you
a
have
monster.
whatever you have inside. Oh, thanks, Joey.
I don't agree with you know, with children almost looking like, you know, sexy symbols.
Right, I
No,
agree. And then they see the parents doing it too, and it's real hard to reel it back
Yeah.
in, that's
It's
for
tough.
sure. All right, we want to go back to innocence.
If I could, I would.
Yeah.
We are going to go to the happy hour forecast before we get any more trouble, and when we come back, we are going to talk about the importance of vitamin D.
All right, we had a very nice day today, though we're experiencing some breezy conditions. Winds coming out of the east and gusting up to about 20 miles per hour. But we're looking at our satellite and radar imagery. A few high clouds to our west and a few showers actually to the south of us, especially in Charlotte County. A little more activity going on there as we zero into what's happening. Just some isolated scattered showers, but they are streaming from the east to the west. And it doesn't look like that's going to affect our area here in Sarasota for tonight. Tonight, though, we are calling for mostly cloudy conditions, then becoming partly cloudy later on. Lows will dip down into the low 70s, but expect the breezy conditions to persist anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour with those gusts, maybe up to 18, possibly 20 throughout the evening. And also, it's not going to be the best evening to take your boat out. We do have a small craft advisory. That's way out in the open waters. Of course, we'll talk more about your forecast later on this evening.
Even though we live in the Sunshine State, many of us still do not have enough vitamin D in our bodies. In fact, it has been described as one of the most common nutrient deficiencies in the world. So what does this mean for our health? Alice Branton is the author of a new book about vitamin D3 deficiency, and she is here to explain. Okay, welcome, Alice.
Thank you.
We've heard all of this for years. Spend time in the sunshine, you know to drink milk, but so we do all those things. Why do we not have enough vitamin D?
Well, that's really one of the problems. This is a worldwide pandemic. Everyone in the world, all populations, really are now showing deficiency. And sometimes we think, oh, it's because of age or race or geographic location. It has nothing to do with that now. The research that's coming out is saying that 75% of Americans, wherever they live, are vitamin D deficient. They did a study in the Middle East, 100% of the people were vitamin D deficient. Japan, China, and most recently the Vitamin D Council did a research study on Indian women in India who spend most of their time outside, a majority of their life outside. They are also 95% deficient in vitamin D.
Oh,
that's
so
not good.
we're thinking we can get a little time in the sun, maybe longer for darker skin, but it's not working that way, and the body is losing its ability to really convert that vitamin D into the active form that we need in our bodies.
There's the question, why is vitamin D important? Why do we need it in our bodies?
It is the most important vitamin you can have. It is responsible for the cell-to-cell communication in your body. It is the master vitamin, really. It makes all the other vitamins work. So the best analogy I have for that is it's kind of like the electricity that powers your home. If you have enough voltage, everything can work properly. If you don't, then your lights are dimming, your appliances aren't working, nothing is working properly if you don't have enough power. That's vitamin D. You need it in every single cell. When it's not there, there's all kinds of complications that can come from smaller issues to immune system, all the way to autoimmune disorders, cardiac disease. Harvard recently did a study and said 60% of women that have cardiac issues were vitamin D deficient.
You're scaring me. I feel like I should take a vitamin D pill in the commercial break.
You know, my doctor, when I went, to get my physical, that's the first, we did our, blood check and did all of our blood work, and that's exactly what he did. He said, here you go. here's your prescription, this is what you need more vitamin D. Because even, like you're saying, even in terms of, exposure, it is the absorption that does not happen within our bodies.
I am deficient too, but I didn't do anything. I just said, that's
Yesterday we learned that Linda doesn't get skin checks either, so we're trying to get her along.
Oh my goodness, no, you need it.
Let's talk about some of the bigger, more chronic and prevalent health problems we hear. We hear about osteoporosis.
Yes.
Now we're hearing it tied to breast cancer.
Yes.
Why are we learning that vitamin D is backed into all these different issues?
It really is one of the fundamental pillars of your health. That's why it's so important. And even with breast cancer, we know 1 in 8 women are diagnosed with breast cancer. And now they're saying, with some studies that have recently come out, that as much as 83%, as many as 83% of women had a vitamin D deficiency before that diagnosis. So it is in every single cell. It's not just for our bones. That's one of the myths, it's just for our bones. Or we just need it when you're young. You need it your entire life, more as you get older, so that you can be healthy. I mean, it affects your brain cognition, it affects your cardiac health, it affects everything.
So that's what's wrong.
So now you have one
check.
takeaway is that we all need it, and we likely all need more of it. So thank you.
During the commercial break, go to my desk to get my vitamins.
All right. To learn more about vitamin D3 deficiency, you can go to Alice's website. Coming up next, we meet this weekend's McCurdy's comedian.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference. Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And for a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace?
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-683-9262.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Many people with Medicare may be able to get extra benefits and don't even know they're available. You may be able to get dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline to see if you can get the extra benefits you deserve. The Medicare Coverage Helpline is now accepting calls. You may be able to get extra benefits, including dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Making sure you go to the doctor and taking all your medications as prescribed can help protect your health. To make it easier, you may now be able to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan that includes coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Help protect your health by choosing the right plan for you and get all the benefits you deserve.
Call to see if you may be able to get extra benefits, including dental, vision, and prescription coverage. Don't miss the annual election period deadline for Medicare Advantage. Call now. Call 800-711-7200. That's 800-711-7200.
Our comedian this week stands head and shoulders above all the rest. Literally, Jim McHugh is 6 feet 6 inches tall, and this native New Englander is spending the weekend on the Suncoast at McCurdy's Comedy Theater. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you for having me. Yeah,
Are you married?
I am married, yes.
And,
you don't have to be 6'6" to get married. You can be smaller than that to get on the ride, actually.
she just likes tall men.
Yeah.
She combined those two facts like they were, you know.
Went
6'6", are you married?
Yeah. If you just said 4'8", she'd have still asked.
If I was 5'2", she wouldn't have cared if I was married. I think that's what we learned.
Well, we're so happy to have you here.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
Did you bring your wife?
I didn't. She is, I don't see enough of my wife,
So that's why you didn't bring her?
Yeah. I travel. She's a flight attendant. I'm a, comedian, so we're always traveling, and And sometimes she gets a little crazy. You know, I'm on the road. Last time I was on the road, I was working a cruise ship for like 2 months. And I come home and she opens the door. She yells down the sidewalk. She says, "We have to get funeral plots together."
You're like, what?
I was like, what? How much commitment do you need from me anyway?
It's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, now we're all considering it.
So did you meet her traveling for comedy if she was a flight attendant? Did you
Yeah,
like have
yeah.
a mid-air pickup?
No, I met her back in Boston, and you know, and it's funny because you know now she's traveling, I'm traveling, and you know, it's great. You know, we're homebodies. Like people think we love to travel. It's like you know we're both traveling so much. Our best time is when we're home.
Right,
together,
right.
You know?
Are you funny then? Do you have to tell her jokes and keep her laughing all the time?
All the time. As soon as I'm not funny, she'll divorce me. That's in our marriage agreement. She'll
So you got to keep it going.
Keep
yeah,
it
you
going.
gotta keep. As soon as she's not laughing, she'll realize who she's married to and leave me immediately.
Does she
Yeah.
worry about you saying personal things about her in your act?
She doesn't even know what I'm talking about. I tell you, we get laughs. I have kind of a dark sense of humor. You know, we were watching the news, and they had a story of a 96-year-old guy shoots his wife because she put the ketchup cap on too tight.
Oh my.
So my wife looks at me, she goes, "Why would he do that?" I said, "I think he's too weak to strangle her."
Oh, are we laughing? Sorry.
That's comedy.
Yeah, okay, yeah, thank you.
You laugh at things that scare you.
Okay,
or,
yeah.
He really wanted the ketchup.
I guess so. Well, Beth understands. Have you been to Sarasota before?
I have been. I'm a McCurdy's veteran.
Okay, good.
We're glad to be back.
Good,
It's a
good.
great club. We've had already, you know, a lot of it's been packed Wednesday, Thursday, so I'm sure the weekend is going to be packed all weekend.
Oh, that's
and they
good.
do a great job there. Yeah.
We'd like to go
Well,
out here.
they know you well, so if they brought you back, you've got to be funny.
Yeah, well, yeah, or I'm working something off. I have something on Les McCurdy. I'm blackmailing him.
You wouldn't be the first.
You'll have to come back and tell us about that. Right. And he's going to be at McCurdy's Comedy Theater through October 22nd. Go down and see Jim and get a good laugh this weekend. For more information, go to McCurdy's Comedy Theater's website. Next, we're going to make some jewelry.
We asked our customers, why is Consumer Cellular your choice in wireless?
Consumer Cellular helps me save money. It's simple and easy.
It is reliable.
I like the fact that there are no contracts.
By moving to Consumer Cellular, my cost is 50% less than it was.
They fit the plan to you.
I have everything I want with Consumer Cellular.
Their customer service is fabulous.
Customers are the #1 priority.
I really feel like they take care of me.
We're proud to have received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row.
We really appreciate the AARP discount.
AARP members get exclusive discounts.
It's easy to switch. You could use your own phone and you could use your own number. Wild horses wouldn't drag me away from Consumer Cellular.
Go with Consumer Cellular.
You're going to save a lot of money.
Switch today. It's all backed by a 30-day risk-free guarantee. Call 1-800-368-8758. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Medicare's annual election period has begun. If you already have Medicare, new benefits may now be available with no copays, no deductibles, or $0 premiums. Call now to speak to a licensed insurance agent who can help guide you step by step through a free analysis of the benefits available to you. And you may be eligible for plans that even include additional coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. MedicareAdvantage.com searches thousands of insurance plans from leading insurance companies. We'll help you find plans that may cost you less, cover more benefits, and give you more choices, like home delivery of your prescriptions, gym memberships, and even over-the-counter allowances for everyday needs, like antacid, allergy medicine, vitamins, and even toothpaste. Don't miss the deadline to enroll. It's time to get more out of Medicare.
Call 800-579-3380. That's 800-579-3380. 800-579-3380. Call now.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in with Chef Mike from Oak and Stone. And Chef, I always get confused when I'm shopping for ribs at the grocery store because there's a couple of different kinds. Would you break down St. Louis versus baby back, spare rib? Help us understand these names.
Yes. So baby backs come from the top section of the rib cage where it meets the spine. Usually smaller. That's why they call them baby. They're not from a baby pig. And then you have your spare ribs, which come from the bottom, which is underneath, like the bacon, the belly.
Okay.
So those are usually a little more rectangular and a little more meaty.
Okay.
That is the difference. And a spare and a St. Louis are the same thing.
Oh,
Just
okay.
with
St. Louis is spare rib.
Yeah, just
Got it.
the St. Louis has the cartilage removed from the chest plate.
Because they're easier to eat. I know that. All right. We can't wait to join you to eat them. We'll see you in a few. Beth?
Well, we love jewelry of all types, and sometimes the best way to get a piece that is unique and exactly what you want is to make it yourself. That's why Louise Gallagher, a jewelry instructor at the Adult Community and Enrichment Program, is here to help us create. All right, Louise, you said anyone can do this, but we're questioning that. It's tiny.
It is tiny. I actually use a little more magnifiers than I usually use for reading.
I can see why.
Help. And so. But you can use, usually if you can read, you can bead, especially if it's just stringing or making earrings.
All right, so that's the model. If you can read,
I like that.
You can bead.
You can read, you can
But
bead.
can we follow instructions?
Yes,
That gets a little harder.
All right, so let's get started. Describe to us what we're going to be making and what it will look like in the end.
Well, we're going to be making a pair of earrings today.
All right, and that's there?
We have some of the samples of ones I've made through time, but and so it's very simple. It only takes two
sets of pliers?
Tweezers or pliers?
Well, these are pliers. This is a flat nose pliers. And this is a needle nose pliers. It's
So I didn't know there were different kinds of pliers.
Some beads and a plier.
Right, and then you need a little pair of clippers.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we've already all picked our jewelry, our colors. So what's next?
And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get an eye pin, which is basically a straight pin, and it's usually got on the bottom, there's a part to hold the bead on.
Okay.
So it's like a straight pin.
Okay.
Okay. And then what you do is you just put your beads, and I'm going to use my glasses. Put your beads.
Can you share those?
Yeah, really.
Pass them around.
That's right.
Okay.
Just going to put the beads on, and I did one already to demonstrate.
So
sort of.
stack them on however
Just
you
stack
want
them on.
Oh, I
But how
see
do you know
what you
the
mean
order?
about.
Do you make your own order?
Yeah, you can make your own order however you like. This is your design. I just sort of put the beads together because I thought it'd be a little more efficient.
Okay.
And then the next thing we have.
Can find the hole.
Oh, you can, here.
There.
Did you find it?
Okay.
Did you push it down?
All the beads go on?
Do you want the glasses, Bobeth?
No, I was looking for it.
She's making me feel good because I can't see them.
I did.
Thank you, Bobette.
Yeah, because they're very hard.
So all the beads go on.
Right. Whatever order you choose.
Okay.
Okay.
I have one.
And then what we're going to do is you're going to take your. We'll all do this together because it'll be a lot easier than when I teach it. I have us all do it together. You're going to hold your needle nose pliers, the really thin ones.
Which ones are the needle nose? This one.
That one.
This one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to hold it.
Ones. Okay, and you're going to hold it just.
Can you show us one more time which one is the needle nose?
Needle nose is that one.
Is this needle nose?
Yes.
Yes. That's needle nose.
Okay.
And you want to hold it you have just about 1/4 of an inch above where your beads end.
All right, Louise, hold yours down a little bit lower so we can get a good shot on it. Linda's dropping beads.
I hear them falling on the ground.
Moving right along.
Okay, moving right along with my needle nose beads.
Okay, so, and then what you're going to do is you're going to hold your beads below, and I usually push up on my eye pin. So I have one finger on my eye pin.
Okay.
And then I hold my beads, and we're going to go back 90 degrees.
Oh.
Okay, back.
Back 90 degrees.
Done.
Let's see. Is that right?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, keep your needle nose right there, though.
A little bit lower, Louise, just because we're trying to get a great shot. There we go.
Perfect. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to bring the other part
up,
over and around.
You got some strong fingers.
And
you can use your other pliers if you want to do that.
Oh, I get it, because that's the part that's going to go in the hole.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. And then what you do is then you just take your needle nose off. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then what you're going to see is, like on mine, I have a little extra wire there, and you could wrap it, but I tend not to do that.
Oh, do you do that with a needle nose, or you just?
No, you
just do it with your fingers.
Right. You just
got it.
Yeah. And
It takes a little skill here.
Yeah. I think I got it.
Did you get it?
Sort of.
You got it. Yours is perfect, too. You just have the right size.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. All right. And for mine, I'm going to clip it. So if it's a little long,
you can cut
you
it.
take your, because see, we need a loop because we're going to put this on our earring binding. Okay.
Oh, this is going to go on here. I understand. I was trying to figure out how that was going to fit through my ear hole.
Yeah.
But
You got an ear wire on here.
Okay, I'm going to have to use my little
Then I'm
tweezers.
going to clip off.
That's what I need. I need to clip.
Okay. So you can just.
Okay, let me.
There's your nippers.
Okay, I got my
So
nippers.
it's got to go behind there. Is that right?
Yeah, but yours is too long. So we're going to clip it. We're going to clip some of that wire because we just want a
With the
loop
nip.
here. Okay, to go on our ear wire.
And Louise, I know you're busy teaching, but I do want to take a second and have you point out some of the great necklaces that you brought as well.
Well, we have some necklaces down below, and that is one I recently finished after having the beads for 7 years. That's called a spiral. It's a bead weaving pattern.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a very versatile pattern.
that
it's
is nice.
fabulous. I love it.
Yeah, that is
and it's
I would
really
wear that.
quick and
I like
easy.
that.
So that's for bead weaving. That's a
So
great
you made
thing.
this so simple. Tell me about the classes. So you literally are going step by step, helping the person create whatever they want.
Exactly.
Like this bracelet, a necklace, or?
Right, and what we do is we have the beads there. Usually I teach the beginner classes, and so we provide the supplies, at least for the first class, and then I ask the students to go out and get what they like.
Look what I have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Now,
I love it.
All right, well, you guys, you can get a lot of great classes available at ACE, and you can find out about all of them. Remember the Adult and Community Enrichment website for more information, and then you'll get a surprise when we come back. We have a guest in the studio.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
Attention blood thinner users. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock. More arrests related to a controversial speech by a white nationalist at the University of Florida. What 3 men from Texas are accused of doing after the event. Plus, skip the traffic and enjoy a boat ride. An update on ferry service planned for the Sarasota-Bradenton area. Let's get a check now on our Friday weather with meteorologist Josh Stone. Josh.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. Well, pretty quiet here in Sarasota. To the south, not so much. We have some shower activity. These are stray showers, but they're still moving from the east to the west. So if you're heading down I-75 going southbound, you may run into a few showers in Charlotte County. These will start to die down as we go through the evening hours. Our low tonight dips down to the low 70s. Expect partly cloudy skies, but still breezy conditions. We'll have more on this forecast at 5.
When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Welcome back. So we love celebrating all the talented people that live right here on the Suncoast, and we love games. So we're putting the two together. Are you ready? We're going to play a game of Guess Who. So our producers have brought in a surprise guest, and every monitor's turned in the studio. We can't see anything. So we're going to have everyone in turns, you, and you, each ask a yes or no question. So if you think you know the answer when it's your turn, you can reveal who you think the person is. But you know, yes or no questions only. The surprise guest is sitting on the other side behind a wall. They will answer your questions. So cover your eyes just in case, because I don't trust any of you. Right now, just cover your eyes. We're going to show the viewers right now who the guest is. So they're looking at the guest, okay? You guys aren't seeing anything. And are we good to go? All right, I think we're good to go. Bo, Beth, let's start with you. Everyone can open their eyes. All right, the guest is well hidden. Ask your first yes or no question.
Have they been on this show before?
Guest answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, I heard from the guest. Okay, I won't say anything from here on out. Linda, question.
Are you famous for your looks?
That's debatable.
Debatable. Debatable about looks. Okay, Sheba, question.
Are you in high school?
No.
Not in high school. Bo, Beth?
Were you in the Miss Florida pageant?
No, ma'am.
No Miss Florida.
Are you a comedian?
Nope.
Not a comedian.
Are you an actress?
No.
Are you a singer?
No.
What do you do?
No. Would I know you if I saw you on the street?
Yes.
Ooh, I like that one. Sheba. She's baffled.
I am. Are you tall?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay, definitely not tall.
Oh.
Are you a circus performer?
Yes.
Linda?
Do you travel in your job?
Yes, ma'am.
Sheba's thinking.
Are you performing in Sarasota now?
Yes.
All right, Linda, you know this. What shows are going on?
Oh my goodness.
No, Bo Beth's turn.
Now,
Bo Beth.
it's Bo Beth. Who do you think? Is it?
Ask a question.
Can I guess? Bello. No.
Well, I don't think.
I thought that voice.
They're thinking. You don't know. Ask a question.
Are you an acrobat or?
Yes.
That still makes me think it's Bello, even though he's got a deeper voice usually.
Okay, so.
Bella's daughter?
Oh, does she?
Bella's
She has
daughter?
a guess. She has a guess.
And her name? Do you remember? Close.
Annalise.
Oh, they got it! Oh my God! That was so exciting!
You guys.
Oh my God!
That's hard. I know. I can't imagine.
You did a good job. I figured with everybody's brain we would get this. So, of course, everyone remembers Annalise Knott. And she is with us today because she has something very exciting to share. This is the Guinness Book of World Records for 2018.
Yes, so
and
exciting.
Annalise is in it.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Awesome.
We all remember learning about your stunt. There is a picture of the page. Tell us what it's like to open this book and see yourself.
It was such a surprise. I didn't actually know I was going to be in the 2018 edition, so when I saw it, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was like a dream come true, because you're not guaranteed to be in the book, so just opening it and seeing it was such a huge honor.
Now let's remind everybody about the stunt that got you into the book, and I know we have some video of it, but I want you to describe it. So tell us what you're doing that got you in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, so I've been doing the Wheel of Death for a few years, and I'm the first girl to do a somersault in it, so I wanted to take it up another level and, you know, go with the big boys and see how many somersaults I could do in the Wheel of Death in 1 minute.
Oh, wow.
And I broke the record of 3, and I did 4.
Oh, good for you. So 4 somersaults in the Wheel of Death as a girl gets you into the Guinness Book of World Records. And how great that you're standing there with your dad, Bella.
Yeah, I think that made it even better. Like, it was awesome to be in it, but to be in it with my dad and to be featured with him, because he's also a Guinness Book record holder, and then my uncle is also, and so they talk a little bit about that. So that's just so special to have in the family.
It must be so great to make him so proud, to know that it continues another generation.
Yes.
How many generations do your roots go back in the circus?
I'm the 8th generation of live entertainers in my family. So
That's a lot of pressure.
Well, you can see Annalise right now. Tell us about what you're doing out at Hunsader Farms.
Yeah, so I'll be performing actually on the Wheel of Death, doing this world record stunt.
It's at Hunsader Farms?
Yep, this weekend and next
kidding.
weekend. So I'm super excited to be showing it because I only did this record once. Like, you only get to do world records, you know, once. And so I was thinking, like, you know, like, I really want to recreate that. So every show I try to, like, recreate that record. And I don't always do it because...
that's okay.
Yeah,
but it's so fun to watch you perform.
Well, I don't always make it in the minute because, like, it was that challenge.
Oh, we are so proud of you. Girl power right here at Suncoast View.
Oh,
we
wow.
love Annalise and everything she's accomplished. You can see her in action on the Wheel of Death during world record death-defying stunts, and that is weekends through October 29th. Of course, their annual Pumpkin Festival, one of my favorite fall events here on the Suncoast, HunsaderFarm.com. All right, thanks for surprising the ladies. That was a fun game.
It's so nice to be back.
And there's some other great events on the Suncoast this weekend. We're going to tell you about a surprise championship you might want to hear about. Stay with us.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Did you know that Sarasota County was the first in Florida to be recognized as an age-friendly community? Whether you're 22 or 82, we strive to be the best place to live, work, and play. A community rich with opportunities and things to do for people of all ages. On Saturday, October 28th, we're advancing this movement with a free community event featuring live entertainment and hands-on experiences. You won't want to miss our entire community coming together for an age-friendly festival presented by the Patterson Foundation.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Really fun event on the Suncoast this weekend, and a championship you might not expect. It's actually called the Ultimate. Now, we're leaving off a word here because you'll see. It's a disc sport, you know, where you throw that thing?
Yeah.
Frisbee is actually the trademark word. You know how we say we blow our nose in Kleenex? But that's a trademark word. It's patented. It's, you know, that's the brand name. So the brand name of the flying disc is often Frisbee. So the game is called Ultimate Frisbee a lot. In this case, it's just called Ultimate. We could call it flying disc as well. But the bottom line is there are 1,200 athletes here. I mean, this is just not a casual backyard game. This is a competitive club sport. Men, women, co-ed, really fun. They're out at Premier Sports Campus in Lakewood Ranch, and as you know, tons of great land out there, but you know, they're hanging out in our restaurants, they're going to the bars, they're staying in our hotel rooms. This is what we want with our sports tourism.
How come there's no dogs out there?
I thought about that too. I'm like, because they'd steal the flying disc.
Yes, the word hasn't gotten
This is
out.
all about the people. But yeah, it really is kind of like flag football with the flying disc. A lot of fun. Just great to see athletes joining us in the area. And we know exactly where to send them to eat because the best ribs smelling up our studio with Oak and Stone. Can't wait to join you, Mike.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. A popular landmark damaged by Hurricane Irma now repaired, when the public can once again enjoy the Venice Fishing Pier. In first alert traffic right now, there's some spotty traffic jams on US 41 and 301 in downtown Sarasota, especially as you approach and get near Fruitville Road. Now back to Josh for another look at our weather.
Okay, football Friday night here in Sarasota. Looking pretty good, actually, in Sarasota County. To the south, though, we do have a few stray showers tracking across Charlotte Harbor here in Charlotte County. You're driving down I-75, could run into some wet weather. But for tonight, I think things are going to be fairly quiet. Our low dips down into the low 70s. Expect partly cloudy skies. Breezy conditions, though, with those easterly winds and northeasterly winds about 10 to 15 miles per hour.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert Weather app now.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dettoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Coming up Monday at 4 on Suncoast View, the Suncoast is doing something no other community has done before. We're kicking off the Age-Friendly Festival. It's the first celebration in the nation to focus on lifelong well-being. We're also celebrating Eat Local Week and highlighting our area's food resources, plus fall reading picks with Bookstore One, and C'est la vie is in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Chef Mike from Oak and Stone. Why don't you tell us what we're doing today? Looks like we're going to cook up some
Cooking
things
some
here.
ribs.
That's right.
We have some St. Louis style ribs, which is also referred to as a spare rib. We're going to cook these. We're going to make some stout barbecue sauce using one of our coffee stouts from the beer wall. So let's start it.
All right, I like it.
So most people at their home don't have a pan large enough for a full rack rib, so you just cut these in half.
Okay.
So if you want to cut these in half, score a little mark for you.
Use
the cleaver. Be careful.
What is that? Does it really need a cleaver?
I'm going off set.
I'll never.
Hide.
Oh, God.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
I got it. And
I love it. I love it.
It's done.
Were you supposed to murder it?
She's doing a great
It's
job.
got bones.
Absolutely great job.
See, I didn't break the bones, did I?
No, you didn't.
I'll bet that's important.
You want to finish that one off?
Yes,
Yeah, let her
Go ahead,
finish
do
it off.
Do it. Finish it off.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it.
Oh, I missed.
There you go, right there. There you go.
Ah.
Yes. She's got the power.
Somebody take
She's
the
got
knife
it.
from her.
So we take these.
Glad we're over here, girl.
We're going to shingle them on top of each other.
Uh-huh.
And then you could take these herbs.
All right, so
We have some
garlic.
We have some whole oregano, some
putting that in
cilantro,
first? I was
some
gonna put it
garlic,
right
and some
here so
ginger,
we can get
and just place it around the ribs.
Okay. Here we go. Place it around.
So you're not even chopping them. You're just taking
Just
those
throwing
whole
them
big
all.
stalks.
Okay, we're just.
Wow, this is great and easy.
It is easy.
It's more fun when knives are involved.
And then you said the water?
Yep, so we're going to season it with some salt and pepper. There's about
That's a lot of
1
salt.
tablespoon of salt and about a half a tablespoon of pepper.
It takes a lot for this thing, huh?
Yes, and then we got about 3 quarts of water.
Oh,
We want to fill
wow.
it up about 3/4 of the way.
So this replaces
There you
just
go.
baking them in the oven.
Okay, no worries.
Right,
yes.
Chef?
Yes.
What
so
would you call this?
we are braising the ribs.
We're braising
Okay.
We're going to braise the ribs. So we're going to take these, cover it with foil, and then we're going to pop it in our oven. We have a 350-degree oven. It's going to take about 70 minutes.
70 minutes.
Yep. So this is a
Okay.
lot less time than you would normally use on a
Oh,
rib.
look at this. It looks
And I have some already ready
Well,
for
and I
us
would
here in a
think, because
second.
both Bobette and I complain that our ribs are dry. Obviously, since we're braising in water, is that keeping the meat's moisture in as well?
Yes, it is. And what I like to do is I like to let them rest in the juice that they're braised in, because when you're cooking or braising meats, you got to imagine they're all tense inside that hot water. So you let them relax in the water when you pull it out, and you'll end up with a more tender and juicier piece of meat. Anytime you're braising short ribs, any of those items.
We say relax in the water, so what, sit for about...
Sit for about 15-20 minutes in the
Really?
juice. When you pull it out of the oven, let it sit and relax.
Doesn't get cold.
7 hours,
Nope.
20 minutes. Okay.
So we have, right now, we're going to make our barbecue sauce. We have a coffee porter from our beer wall. We're going to put in 2 chipotle peppers.
Ooh.
About a 1/4 of a cup of shallots. We have a 1/2 of a cup of brown sugar. 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar.
Love it.
Always. Then we're going to throw in about a tablespoon of cumin.
I was wondering what that was. I love cumin.
What's the
1
difference in
teaspoon of
shallots
pepper.
and onions?
It's a good question.
That is a good question.
I don't know.
So an onion is obviously a big bulb.
know what
Then
it-
you have shallots, which come in cloves like but they
Oh,
have
sweeter?
yes, they're a little sweeter and they have a stronger aroma than onion.
So you use less shallot in comparison to onion. Okay. But a similar flavor profile?
Yes.
Okay.
So you could use either in a recipe.
You could.
So if it calls for shallots and I don't want to go to the
Most
store,
ask for shallots only because you want that strong flavor without having a lot of onions inside
but
of it.
you could sub it in because sometimes I try to skip that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So we're going to let this reduce. This is going to reduce by about 2/3. After this reduces, then we're going to put in about 15 ounces of tomato sauce.
Okay.
And this is just a canned tomato sauce.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Who
That
knew?
would be what I
Yep.
would use.
That I have.
And the
in my
chipotles, the chipotles are canned chipotles, and they're packed in adobo, which is the like the spicy juices that it gives off. So this will go and cook for about 30 minutes.
Well, Chef Mike, we only have a few minutes. Do you mind if I take the ribs out? I kind of want to taste
do it.
She can't wait any longer.
I know.
So
Exactly.
explain finishing to us. Once they've settled,
So once
look at
they've
that.
settled and they've cooled just a little bit, we'll take them out of the liquid, and then we'll glaze them with our barbecue sauce like so, and then throw it in the oven and broil them for about 10 minutes on high.
Okay, that's
so
it.
That's
low
it.
and slow in the beginning, and then a 10-minute broil.
Yep.
And, all right,
Yeah.
I know
That's
once.
amazing.
Yep, dig on in. We're gonna get messy with some
Absolutely.
ribs. These are
Absolutely.
Chef Mike's
Don't give Linda the knife.
St. Louis ribs from Oak and Stone. Often hard to do at home, so the recipe will be posted, but you definitely want to go visit Oak and Stone, enjoy their beer wall, their flatbread pizzas, and the many great ribs. Those look absolutely gorgeous. We can't wait to dig in. Sheba, great to have you with us. Thanks for joining us. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view.